go. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Sarasvati Gauravani Vachaline Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Ashkatya Deshataline Jai Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai Srimad Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. Bon. Vous connaissez Chaitanya? Yes? Vous connaissez Chaitanya? Je ne sais pas, je connais. Hein? Oui. Vous connaissez Chaitanya?
Je ne suis pas sûr.
Oui, bonne réponse.
J'aimerais bien connaître bien.
Bonne réponse. C'est dit dans les Écritures. Même Brahma, qui a millions d'années de vie, même un recherche qui essaie de montrer toutes les qualités du Seigneur suprême pendant des kalpas, des millions d'années, ne peuvent pas arriver à tout décrire. On ne peut pas connaître Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lui, eux, Krishna ou Chaitanya, ils peuvent se faire connaître à nous. Donc, on peut juste chanter Hare Krishna et attendre que ça vienne. Ça vient. C'est ça qui est merveilleux. Il faut que je parle en français ou en anglais?
Je peux le dire. Il n'y a que ça pour la là. Ah, non. Non. Français. Parle bien français. Ah, bien.
You are here since 10 years now. You don't speak French?
10 years. Still 10 months. Yeah. 10 months.
It's okay if you understand English. You understand English? You understand English?
Yeah.
My English you can understand. French, you know. My tailor is rich. Dans l'école. Okay, so I speak in English, maybe? Non? Comment vous faites d'habitude?
En anglais.
En anglais. C'est ça, il faut que je m'adapte. Hein. Je viens du Berry, en France. Et là, c'est la France. Français.
France.
On parle français. Nouvelle mayapur. Bon, faut pas que je fasse trop de pub, hein, parce qu'on va plus me recevoir ici. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda.
Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda.
Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda.
Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda.
Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda.
Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda.
Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
If there is one thing we have to know about Lord Chaitanya, that is Krishna for our age of Kali, and he came to give us how to know God, how to love Him, and by the process of chanting His holy name, Mahamantra Hare Krishna. You know everything, at least you know like that we know the seed, knowledge, and everything is included. Okay. Alright, so it's...
Il est en français ou en anglais?
Comme vous, d'habitude...
Non, le livre.
Ah, le livre est en français, mais je peux le traduire. Hein. Mais non, je ne vais pas traduire. Hein. Tu m'as dit que c'était...
101 jusqu'au 103.
Ah, c'est pas ça. C'est chapitre 10. Ah oui, Raghunath Goswami. Ok. Comme il n'y a pas de commentaires, je vais lire les quelques versets d'avant. On commence avec Raghunath Goswami. Raghunath Goswami. C'était un disciple de Chaitanya. He was a disciple of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When Raghunath Goswami approached Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Jagannath Puri, the Lord entrusted him to the care of Swarup Damodara, his secretary, and they both engaged in the confidential service of the Lord. T'as compris? Pas trop.
Attends, je peux lui donner en français pour qu'il puisse.
Oui, ça c'est bien.
Sinon, quelqu'un peut faire la traduction.
Oh non, c'est trop long. Enfin. Raghunath Das was the son of a very rich family, only son, and the family was paying. The only son gave up everything, became a monk, Goswami, because they wanted him to be family man, rich man. But when you give up material opulence, you gain for serving the Lord. Oh, you get a very big family, and you get a very big opulence. Krishna is not a poor man. Chaitanya, he gives the greatest wealth. Golokera Premadan. He gives interior wealth. Love, when someone has love in him, he doesn't care for anything else. Completely satisfied. What to speak? Having love for the Supreme Person. Bhagavan, he has all opulences, Krishna, Lord Chaitanya. So if we have love, if we develop love for God, all the riches, cars, smartphone, everything, it's nothing. And if you lose that, if you get a little connection with God, and you lose it because you are too attracted again to material wealth, or then you feel after, oh, what did I do? So once one has got the wealth of love of God, connection with Him through bhakti, one has to be very careful not to lose it. Careful with bad association or laziness. So Raghunath Das, he was very rich, big family, but he put that aside and he went to Lord Chaitanya to get great wealth of love of God. And he got a very big family. The whole world, everybody is part and parcel of Krishna. So you become lover of Krishna by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Oh, you feel very affectionate toward everybody. It's a whole family. As a daily, c'est le verset 99 maintenant. Chapitre 10, verset 99.
On taille jusqu'au 103.
Ok. As a daily duty, he, this great saint, he regularly offered 1,000 obeisances to the Lord, chanted at least 100,000 holy names, and offered obeisances to 2,000 Vaishnavas. It's not difficult to have a pure connection with the Lord. Just offer obeisances, Nam Namaskuru, chant his holy name, Mam Yaji means action, and offer obeisances to the devotees of the Lord. It's okay? Devotees of the Lord. Just like in a family, the father is head, father and mother, head of the family. But if you are nice with your other brothers or sisters, then the father and mother, they are even more pleased like that. So to offer obeisances, to offer affection, to offer service to the family of God, Krishna, that's the best way to touch the heart of the Father of Krishna. Day and night, he rendered service within his mind to Radha Krishna, and for 3 hours a day, he discoursed about the character of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ça va, t'arrives à suivre comme ça peut-être? Okay. Day and night, Raghunath, even at night, during the night. Well, how do you explain that?
He was dreaming of Krishna.
Huh?
He was dreaming of Krishna.
Remaining was sleeping?
Dreaming.
Yes. He can dream of Krishna.
He was sleeping only 1 hour and a half, so he has a lot of time during the night.
Yeah, but during the 1 hour and a half, that's night. How does he render service to Krishna? Okay, he's dreaming. He's taking care of his body so that he can serve him during the long hours of the day. That's a service, to take care of the body, to keep our body, our tool, our vehicle, to keep it good shape. So that's one service.
Deity? Is deity?
Je ne comprends pas.
C'est déité?
C'est déité.
Non.
Non, la nuit.
Ah, la nuit.
Also, I heard that when you are in a holy place, and he was in a holy place, when you lie down, you are offering your dandavat. Okay.
Maybe he's doing Manasa Seva.
Huh?
Here it's Manasa Seva.
Yeah, but when he's sleeping, maybe he can do also. So, Sri Raghunath Goswami took 3 baths daily in the Radhakund lake. As soon as he found a Vaishnava residing in Vrindavan, he would embrace him and give him all respect. He took 3 baths daily. Yeah, we are very... Cleanliness is next to godliness. La propreté est proche de la sainteté. Prabhupada said, we are not fanatical. Or if you want to be fanatical, you can be fanatical. For one thing, cleanliness. That's what he said, Prabhupada. Cleanliness. He engaged in himself in devotional service for more than 22.5 hours a day. And for less than 2 hours he slept, although on some days that also was not possible. 22.5 hours active, and he was sleeping 1 hour and a half, 2 hours. And Prabhupada was in Australia, I just read. He arrived he arrived in Melbourne in 74. He arrived in Melbourne after 6 hours, or I don't know how many hours of flight. Then immediately ground reception, newspapers, they released, and then immediately he was drove to Perth in Australia. Anyway, the point that all that, any reception in arrival, newspapers, this and that, and his two servants were with him, and they could go to sleep at midnight. Big day, just like yesterday, I had a big day. And the servants went to sleep with Sri Prabhupada also. 2 o'clock, one servant woke up for, noise, whatever. Anyway, Prabhupada's room, the light was on. Prabhupada was translating the Bhagavatam. 2 hours sleep after midday, immediately the day before. Prabhupada was like that. He used to sleep, really, go to sleep usually 10, 11, wake up usually 1, 2 o'clock, and, take a little nap during the day. This is not a physical hero. It's just his intensity. When you love God, your life becomes very exciting, very intense. Love is very powerful energy. Love of God, wow. So, very powerful. So sleeping is, useful, but it's a waste of time. You don't do much service. Verse 103, that's the day today. Okay. Tanara, is it written? No, yes. Okay, you can speak Bengali now. Tanara sadanriti shunite chamatkar. Tanara sadanariti shunite chamatkar. Sei rupa raghunat prabhu ye amara. Sei rupa raghunat prabhu ye amara. Tanara sadanariti shunite chamatkar. Sei rupa raghunat prabhu ye amara.
Tanara sadanariti shunite chamatkar.
Tanara sadanariti shunite chamatkar.
Serupa raghunatha prabhu je hamar.
Serupa raghunatha prabhu ye amar.
Tanara sadanarite shunite chamatkara.
Tanara sadanariti shunite chamatkar.
Serupa raghunatha prabhu ye amara.
Serupa raghunatha prabhu ye amar. Tanara sadanariti shunite chamatkar.
Serupa raghunatha prabhu ye amar.
Serupa raghunatha prabhu ye amar. Tanara sadanariti shunite chamatkar.
Serupa raghunatha prabhu ye amar.
Serupa raghunatha prabhu ye amar. Tanara is sadanariti Process of devotional service. Shunite. To hear. Chamatkar. Wonderful. Say. That. Rupa. Sri Rupa Goswami. Raghunath. Raghunath Das Goswami. Prabhu. Lord. Ye. That. Amar. My. Translation. I am struck with wonder when I hear about the devotional service he executed. I accept Srila Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami as my guides. Je suis stupéfait lorsque j'entends parler du service dévotionnel qu'il accomplissait. Je considère et j'accepte Srila Rupa Goswami et Raghunath Das Goswami comme mes guides. Purport de Srila Prabhupada. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, c'est l'auteur de ce livre, accepted Raghunath Das Goswami as his special guide. Therefore, at the end of every chapter, he says, Sri Rupa Raghunath Pade Yarahaj Chaitanya Charitamrita Hare Krishna Das. Sometimes it is misunderstood that by using the word Raghunath, he wanted to offer his respectful obeisances to Raghunath Bhatt Goswami, for it is sometimes stated that Raghunath Bhatt Goswami was his initiator, spiritual master. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Sarasvati Goswami does not approve of this statement. He doesn't accept Raghunath Bhatt Goswami as the spiritual master of Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. Hare Krishna. Just offer my obeisances to the deities.
Oui. Après, ça dépend du coup de Jarry, le temps que ça va mettre. Normalement, ça doit pas mal longtemps.
Oh. Maintenant, on peut lire comment il s'appelle. On peut lire maintenant comment il s'appelle.
Ah oui.
Hare Krishna. Oui, comme as we were saying, Bhakta Emil, we are very careful in our life now to prove, to have the proof that what we are doing is actually connected with the Lord. This is our goal. We may not feel it spontaneously, oh yes, that's what he wants me to do like that. But we don't want to waste our time or go a little aside. So we want always to have proof that what we do is real. Real. Like Prabhupada, not only you could feel he was real in his love of Krishna, you could feel that. You know, he was not making a show, it was constantly, day and night, naturally, was full absorption and attraction to serving Krishna. And when he would speak above his natural inclination, love for Krishna that he had, still he would not say, I feel this, or I don't know. He would say, the authority, the devotional, spiritual authority has said this or that. Who are the devotional authority? The proof that what we are doing is real. It's really connected with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna or Chaitanya. Well, what is the proof? Remember? Well, Guru, Shastra, and Sadhu. Shastra, the knowledge coming down from the spiritual world, the words of God, or the written words of God, the scriptures. So we know, just like when a lawyer wants to prove that his client in the court is not guilty. He said, you see, he did that, but in the Shastra, in the law book, Code Penal, it is said this is not a crime. So, no, I am not saying, the Shastra said. So we always, refer to the words of God, the Shastra, and then Shastra and Sadhu. We want to know that we are properly engaged, and we go. Thus, by following a real process, we are sure, guaranteed, we will reach the goal, and we experience is pratyaksha svagamandanya. We experience it that yes, after 10 years, or after 10 months, or after 10 days, even after a few minutes, yes, I am experiencing some nice connection with Krishna by chanting his name or by following regularly the sadhana process. Yes. So this experience is confirmed by the sadhu, by the great saints from the past. Why from the past? Because time is proof. Somebody may appear all of a sudden and yet, crying for God. But next minute he goes out and drink or smoke or forget about God. No, but great saints, since centuries, they have been recognized by everyone in their purity. So we have Shastra, the Vedic literatures, Bhagavad Gita, and Bhagavatam. We have sadhus, the great masters of spirituality. Everybody knows and accepts them in their country in India. Sri Ramanuja, Sri Madhvacharya, Vishnu Swami, Nimbarka, Shankara, Chaitanya, everywhere. So there is connection between the Shastra, the scriptures, and the saints. And the third proof that what I am doing or saying is real is a present saintly person. A saintly person, one who is really visually, hearingly, is completely engaged in representing the words of God or the sadhus or the devotional service. So Shastra, Sadhu, the saints, and Guru, the master, the present master. So, yes, Prabhupada here, I explain that because here Prabhupada said, yes, some say that, this and that. Many people say many things. God is dead. Okay? Oh, yeah. Where is his tomb? Where is he? God is dead. In France, when there was a somewhat atheistic revolution in 1968, Mai 68, reject all authority. What was the motto? Il est interdit d'interdire. C'était marqué. Forbidden to forbid. No authority. And someone else wrote also, God is dead. That's a quote, a citation of philosopher Nietzsche. God is dead. And the news sign Nietzsche. And somebody write underneath on the wall, Nietzsche is dead, sign God. Hare Krishna. So, yes, people have a tendency to reject authority because everybody knows that we don't know anything. No. We don't know anything. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't remember what happened yesterday. We don't know what's happening behind the wall. Our senses are very, very imperfect, very limited, very prone to illusion like that. And also we like to appear to everybody as someone who knows. Not, oh no, I am a fool, I don't know anything. So tendency to cheat others, to say this, that, we don't know for sure. A devotee, one who wants to become a devotee of Krishna, God, he presents himself, I am a fool. Actually, I don't know anything about transcendent love life. I don't see your soul. I see bodies, but it's not you. So we are really stupid. Huh? We are we are in presence of spiritual sparks, and we just see the covering matter. What is more important, the dress or the person inside? So we see only the dress, the body. But when you are with Krishna, Krishna in the altar is not seeing different bodies, young, old, man, or women. No, this is dress. Krishna is seeing souls, because he is also purely spirit. Okay, I go. Authority. So devotee, because he has received the mercy, descending mercy of knowledge, transcendental knowledge, apurusheya, not coming from empirical knowledge. I think, I make some experiment, and then I believe that, like that. This is a way of science, materialistic science. Hypothesis, some little experiment, limited in time and place, and then, okay, we believe that, and we wait the next experience to change this so-called knowledge. He said that the characteristic of cosmology, science, is that it changes every 10 years. A new paradigm, new concept of the cosmos. So, what do we know? But if we have the right attitude inside, not to others externally, but inside, if we have the right attitude that there must be some truth in this world, about this world, must be some truth, some meaning about life, not just, okay, let's go, métro, boulot, dodo, manger, eating, sleeping, mating, defending, I don't care, I don't know, I take birth and I die, but no, life is such extraordinary thing, even materially speaking, nature, living beings, life, must be something true and wonderful, because everybody looks for something wonderful, for happiness. Why ignorance of everything? Why suffering? Pain, physical or mental pain, emotional. Where is the truth? So this truth doesn't exist in this world. Everything is imperfect, dukkhalayam ashashvatam, temporary. What is temporary is not true, and full of suffering, this is not true, this is not my truth. Absolute truth is Ananda, Ananda Maya Vyasa. Always, only happiness, Kevala Ananda Kanda. Only Ananda. And increasing more and more, not diminishing, not temporary. This is Krishna. Krishna is God, and God is eternally full of happiness, increasingly. And those who are contributing to his happiness, those who are his servants, their share, he gives them, is also happiness. So what is the truth? Truth must be coming down from the outside of this world. It's a transcendental knowledge. Bhagavad Gita is Shastra, transcendental knowledge, given through people who wants to keep Krishna as he is, as a supreme personality of Godhead, full of happiness and very kind to us who are in ignorance. He wants to take us back to the world of eternal world, of eternal devotional service. So yes, we want this transcendental knowledge. And what is you were asking, what is the proof of Krishna and Bhagavad Gita 5,000 years ago, even before like that? Well, as I said, Shastra, Guru, Sadhu. But also we can explain, one who is intelligent on the negative side, it cannot be no transcendental knowledge. Not possible. It's not possible that the whole world, material world, comes from nothing, or it comes from a thing, material, chemicals. Not possible that it comes from just light, impersonal light, with all the varieties, the activities. No, it must be a transcendental autocrat, transcendental supreme person who is fully independent and conscious. Yeah, and so if there is a real supreme reality, eternal, transcendental, absolute, it's not possible that there is no connection, that it doesn't just put us away for eternity in hell, ignorance. No, by nature. Everything is his energy, even the material world, even us who don't care for him. We belong to him. So he will not reject part of himself. So this connection that the Lord is keeping, that is transcendental knowledge. So there must be transcendental knowledge. And where does it exist? Where you go? You go to the bookshop, you go to, yes, so many books. But where they speak about God, not just a vague conception of God, but the personality of God. Who is he? What is his name? What is he doing? I want to know my connection with him, not just a moral, so-called religious life, to stay in this world, or to go to the material paradise, even the planet, or to just to be free from this prison house, not knowing what to do after, and coming back to the prison because at least you receive the food and like that. No, transcendental knowledge about the soul, about God, about the service to God, this exists and it is given by God. Not possible that it doesn't exist. And you have to look for it, and then Krishna in the heart, he directly guides us towards this knowledge, toward Bhagavad Gita, the devotee of the Lord, the Guru, the representative who is transmitting this knowledge. So the devotees are so happy, so grateful to Krishna and to the chain of disciplic succession that, I was a fool, no knowledge, total ignorance, eyes closed, spiritual eyes, and illusory so-called happy life or miserable life. But you gave me this transcendental knowledge, who I am. Wow, I am not a body, I am an eternal living being, spiritual, and this life is really small life, 80 years maybe, like that, or whatever, maybe 30 years, I don't know. This is very quick, and this is just one episode of a continuous evolution of consciousness, or devolution. And if we connect with transcendental knowledge, and transcendental people, great saints, Radha Gopaswami, his successors, Prabhupada, and anybody who represents this knowledge, anybody who chants Hare Krishna for others, like we did yesterday. This is saintly people, representative. Then your life is very happy. Inside you feel very, I found back my home, my family, my wealth, and whatever will be in this life, some pain, some pleasure, again some pain, again some pleasure. That's relative. I go through it, it's real, but it's temporary. Not just it's temporary. So I have simultaneously a higher life, higher consciousness, Bhakti Yoga, connections through devotional service. So we want to know, really, have proof that what we do is a real connection with the real world. And this is scriptures, saintly people recognized and present representatives of the Shastra and Sadhus. And like that, whatever we do is increase our spiritual wealth. Class is finished, I guess. 9 o'clock.
Encore 5 minutes.
Okay. You have any question? Sorry?
Oui, les questions.
Okay, if you have question on this subject, authenticity of what is said. Yes.
Maybe more like a comment. You were talking about the proof, and the proof is, as you say, in Sadhu Guru Shastra. So the proof is there when we read about the life of Radha Goswami. We see that he's beyond the limitation of the body. He has transcended his supernatural activity or schedule of his daily life, proof that he is not from this world, or he has attained something, or is helped by something which is out from this world. Because I don't know, but I guess not many men in the history have been recorded to be able to live without eating and sleeping. Sometimes they do, but if you look at the personal character, then they do things which are reprehensible. But not only he was beyond the limitation of the body, but his personal character was beyond reproach. So that's the proof. And even if we don't believe in God, let's say, because we don't see it, or we don't feel it, or we are not intelligent to recognize the Vedic intelligence in the Shastra, then still we may think, I want to be like those persons who are conscious and beyond reproach and have a moral character, who are doing good to others and so on. So even if you don't believe in God, you can recognize in religious personalities like Radha Goswami the exemplarity of his life, and you may want to be like him.
Yes. The one other proof is experience. So your own experience, if you experience something, but the experience of somebody who clearly is experiencing something not material, that's also a good proof. I was saying to Bhakta Emil yesterday, this little pastime. Prabhupada asks the devotees, how do you know that Krishna is God? And devotees said, because he says it in Bhagavad Gita. And Prabhupada said, no. Proof of the pudding is in the eating. The real proof is your experience. And then 1 year later, he asked the same question to other devotees. How do you know that Krishna is God? And one devotee, he was there the first time. He said, the proof of the pudding is the eating. And Prabhupada said, no, because he says it in Bhagavad Gita. So this is another double proof of what we are, the reality of Krishna consciousness, aside from Guru, Shastra, Sadhu. Experience. Our own experience, the experience of somebody whom you can trust, because he is, genuine in his activities. So, Srimad Bhagavatam, he gave a nice verse on that. He said, just like when you eat, it gives you three things. First, you are not hungry anymore. Good. So, relief from something bad. Second, it gives you nourishment, or some positive increase, energy. Third, it gives you pleasure. Nice halva, or sweet bowl, like yesterday. It gives you pleasure. So the same thing is Srimad Bhagavatam. When you practice authentic devotional service to Krishna or Lord Chaitanya, you experience relief of anxiety, of void in your life, or wrong activities, wrong mind, puts you, you experience, peace, shanti, relief. And you also experience nourishment. Yes, I feel like myself. Before, I was very shy, or like this, or I was very like that, but it was artificial. When I was alone, I was not like that. No. But now I feel myself. Wow, that's wonderful, to be able to positively feel myself. And the third thing is we experience pleasure, but a real pleasure, internal, not just a big smile in front of others, or just some excitement, temporary, but something which is inside, nobody can take it away. It will never disappear. I will always remember this full pleasure, something new, inciting inside, and increasing more and more. I want to taste it again. And you practice, come back. Well, yeah. Okay, I could gain a chant. Come back. Gain a chant. It doesn't come back. And my friends, don't worry, it's just to give you more desire to get it back. And you chant, and you chant, and you chant, and you chant Hare Krishna, and you chant, he comes back. Wow, yes. And now I get more faith. And so experience is a proof of the pudding. Self-realization. It's not the realization of somebody else. It's not ultimately realization by somebody else. It's self-realization. Everybody, Prabhupada said, is pilot of his own plane. You know, we are flying all together as a team, like the beautiful birds in the sky, migrating together. You see les oies sauvages, ducks, very high at spring. They come, in a team in the sky. Tu vois ce que je veux dire? Beautiful, as a team. You think it's just one, but each bird has to fly. And if it doesn't follow by himself, finished, cannot. So the same, we are flying in ecstasy as a team, chanting, dancing, prasad, reading, and that. But it's self-realization. Individually, we have to be nourished also like that. Okay. It's time, hein? Finish? Non, c'est trop tard. Des fois, il y a des questions difficiles, alors je préfère les éviter.
Non, c'est pour les nouveaux dévots.
Ok, c'est pour nous alors.
J'ai un petit peu peur qu'en entendant Srila Prabhupada, la vie de Srila Prabhupada ou la vie de Raghunatha Goswami, il y a certains dévots qui vont essayer de réduire trop leur sommeil ou réduire trop la nourriture parce qu'on en a vu qui ont fait ça et c'est la catastrophe. Peut-être en parler un petit peu, dire qu'avant de pouvoir faire ça, tu l'as dit plus ou moins qu'il faut goûter quelque chose qui c'est lié quand même à un avancement spirituel.
Ok, donc oui, il faut pas imiter, il faut suivre l'exemple à son niveau. Aller dans la bonne direction que nous montrent ces géants de la spiritualité, les géants de la dévotion. Mais on est des petits lilliputiens, very small, and therefore we have to certainly follow the giant, but with our own steps. Otherwise, yes, you start running like Olympic winner, and after 100 meters you just fall down, boom, finish. So therefore you need sadhus, giants, recognized giants, but you need guru who will tell you, no. If you want to reach this level, you have to start your level. And do this, don't do that. You need some guy. Because it is inspiring when you see a giant, Olympic Games, next day, everybody wants to be, lifting 200 kg, wow, I want to do it also, and bim, problem. So you need a real somebody who will train you. You start with, like that, and by doing regularly, maybe one day you may not do that, 200 kg, but you may be able to do 100. Anyway, l'important, c'est de participer. L'important, c'est de participer au service dévotionnel. Krishna doesn't look to her big muscles or to a big service. He looks to the purity, sincerity, quality, like that. Everybody has to do the most that he can do, but not imitating the next one or the big one. But we have to do the most, certainly. If my most is Krishna, very nice. Go back home, back to the day. Yeah, we have to be careful, not to be fanatical, only for cleanliness. Even sometimes. Okay, Jai. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Shri Prabhupada, Krishna Consciousness, Gaur Bhaktavinda, So we are receiving a kind of giant today.
Yes.
Devotional service. Jananda Maharaj, avec les sannyas, something giant. Everybody knows that to bring the French Krishna consciousness to a normal level or positive level is almost impossible. We have so many difficulties. He did it. A few years ago he came and everybody, all these